Welcome to the Ska History Hour with your host, Daryl Rubio, wherein the purpose of this channel is to spread awareness of ska music and its subgenres to the world. Today, we have a special co-host with us, Mr. Mikey Rude from the Ska radio program in Hawaii, That Same Old Show. Mikey, thanks for joining us today.
You're welcome. Glad to be here.
Our guest today is one of the members of Half Past Two from Orange County, California. We have Tara Hahn.
Hi.
Tara, we
Yep.
appreciate you taking the time to speak with us to share your stories and your music with the ska community. Can you please tell us a little about yourself and your role in the band?
I am the lead singer of Half Past Two, and I have been in Half Past Two we've been a band for 20 years this year,
Mhm.
which is like crazy. When we started the band like in high school, so it's just funny when things stick around. Um, and I write a lot of the songs and I do all of the heavy lifting on social media. Um, but that's my job. Those are my jobs. And also to like take care of everybody on tour. I
Yeah.
think that's my other job.
Tara, how long has this iteration of the band been together?
This current iteration, well, geez, it's hard. It's funny that you're saying that because we're changing again, like at in real time at the moment. But um, like the one that everybody thinks about right now, we've been together for probably 4 or 5 years with this group. Um, but like I said, like it's changing a little bit right now. Um, Something in the stars, I guess. Not anything bad, but like a ska band's weird because there's not just three or even four people.
Mhm.
There's six, seven, eight of us, so things change all the time, and people need to go off and do something else with their lives or whatever.
Mhm.
And yeah, so it's changing a little bit right now, but like as it is like in photos and everything, I'll say like the talk is killing me era of Half Past Two has been like the last like 4 or 5 years. So that's a pretty good run for us.
That is good.
Yeah,
And
pretty
band's
good.
always evolving and getting better and changing. That's great. It's always good to have people.
Our joke is 100 years, 100 members. Like we'll be going forever, and we'll have at least 100 members
Yeah.
eventually. So
That's a long time to be a band.
oh yeah, we're working on it.
So 2006, your band started, and you started in high school, correct?
Yeah, I mean, we graduate like almost all of us graduated in between 2003 and 2005. I graduated in 2004. So the band started in high school, but it wasn't called Half Past Two at the time. And it was started for like our high school talent show.
Hmm.
And it was like a lot of ska bands, like the story is the same, where it's a lot of people from marching band and everybody's friends. And so the first version of Half Past Two is called King Otter Pop and the Slush Tones, and it was like 10 horn players. Like it
Oh,
was
wow.
so many people on stage, and I was not singing. I wasn't in marching band. I was in choir. But I do remember watching them at the talent show, and like I did like a Say Ferris song. I did The World Is New with my friend from choir, and that's like, that's kind of when we started like sort of spying each other. The love for ska was there. But yeah, in 2006 is when we really like said we are this band. Like we had been practicing and stuff like in our garages and stuff, but we're like, let's be like an actual band. Because Half Past Two is the time we got out of school. It's like the most wholesome and embarrassing,
That was my
like
next question. Where'd the name come from?
Yeah.
yeah. It was the time we got out of school. So we could
2:30.
like run home. Yeah, we can run home and like, play our music and have fun and stuff. But we didn't really think we would be a band for 20 more years.
Mhm.
So I always tell people that are like in a band, like at their high school band, I'm like, really think about your name because it, it could follow you like into adulthood,
I don't know. King Otter Pop and the Slush Tone sounds pretty good to me.
I thought it was a cool name. I liked that name. It's just a little long, I think,
Yeah,
and but yeah, I don't even know how somebody was just like 2:30, like that needs that I didn't choose it or whatever. And I remember at one point, like years ago, maybe like 10, 12 years ago, I was like, let's change it. I was just like, let's change it. I mean, we were just like playing locally. It didn't seem like a big deal, but everyone's like, no, we can't change our name. I'm like, darn, okay. I
Well, at
don't even
least
know what we would have changed it to, but I was like, let's just change it. Let's just go for it. Let's change it. But
it's
didn't
not
happen.
2:30.
Yeah,
They
2:30.
made
I know,
2:30.
I know, just 2:30. No, we thought 2:30 sounded cool for some
It
reason.
does.
But yeah, we get a lot of like dentist jokes. People are always like, oh, because like they always say what's a dentist's favorite time? It's like
Oh yeah,
2:30,
2:30. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only merch we haven't made yet.
So because you
No,
guys,
I recommend against that merch right there.
your first couple, I think the first couple albums you released were self-released, and then you named it the Slush Tone Records from the original band name, right?
Yeah, Slush Tone has like pretty much like always been part of our lore, because we just liked it. Like we just thought it was kind of cute and funny and like we thought it reminded us of being like beach kids, like
Mhm.
slushies. And we're Orange County like ska band and we were like, we're kind of sweet and stuff. So we do still use like slush tone for things. Like we have Camp Slush Tone is one of our like EPs.
Mhm.
Right.
But yeah, it isn't part of our name, but it's definitely still part of our history. So
But
Your
Slush Tone's
identity for
more
sure.
Camp Slush Tone's more of like it's like 7 songs, right? So it's like kind of more than an EP. It's like right, is
yeah,
it?
I think we call it an EP because I think like an album is like 10 or more songs. In
Got it.
our maybe is that our opinion or is that like the world's opinion? I don't know. But
Is it written somewhere?
I don't know. I don't know if there's like there a handbook, like the
Albums have to be 10 plus songs.
I don't know because some albums can be 10 songs and they can be like all the songs could be like under a minute and
Like a Suicide Machines album.
right. Yeah.
No,
So
the reason why I'm asking that is because normally I list the full length albums by the band, and I usually name anything over 5 songs to be an actual album, 5 plus. So the full length releases that we know that are within that category would be It's About Time in 2009, You're Self-Titled in 2021, Camp Slush Tone 2023, which is an EP, sort of, and your latest Talk Is Killing Me that you released in 2024, which is a little over, it's
I
at
think
least
Camp
about a
Slush Tone
year.
was maybe 2013. It definitely wasn't
Oh, I'm
2023.
sorry.
Yeah.
It got
Yeah,
my
that's what I was gonna say something, Daryl. I'm pretty
yeah,
sure Camp Slushstone came out before.
my
Yeah, it
thing
was
Yeah.
messes
definitely
me up
older.
sometimes. Yeah, that was way back then because
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. So sorry
Okay.
about that.
No, it's all right.
Can you describe your band's sound, please?
I would say we are very heavily like Orange County sort of like third wave ska influenced. Because we grew up in like we were the kids going to those shows like Real Big Fish before it was like a big thing. Like I say this all the time, so people probably already heard me say this, but my high school that I went to was a very like ska, like a lot of ska bands came out of my high school in Orange County. So like Aaron Barrett and Scott K went to my high school. So Real Big Fish was like came out of my high school
Right.
and they played behind like our performing arts center. Monique from Safe Ferris went to my high school. All the guys from RX Bandits went to my high school. When we were in high school, they were called the Pharmaceutical Bandits. Well, I was in middle school. But we would see them play at like rec centers and like, they like the trombone player lived next door to me or whatever, and so we're very like influenced by those sorts of bands. I think that in recent years we've tried to change our sound a little bit, but it's not too far from what we've always done, which is kind of like poppy ska,
Hmm.
you know?
Yeah, I didn't want to. That's what I was going to pop out with. Was it's to me it's more like pop ska with edge, because
Yeah.
you do have some songs with some edge. But yeah, it does. I mean, is that a genre? Is that a subgenre? Pop ska?
I don't think there's like a pop ska. I remember a few years ago people were calling us bubblegum ska, um, which I guess would, like, if you want a visual, like that's kind of like is what we do. Um, but yeah, we're very pop influenced,
Yeah, but you guys
but
got a little bit more edge than bubblegum.
Yeah.
I think though that's because we like to dabble. Like we know that we can play lots of different styles of ska. So we do have, you know, we have songs or EPs or whatever that are more like Something Blue was like it was the EP we did and it's only 3 songs, but we wanted to make some more like traditional sounding ska, like less rock influenced. And then like It's About Time, Aaron Barrett was our producer on that. So there's all these
Mm.
like crazy, like out of nowhere guitar solos that are like, I just remember Aaron being like, this needs a guitar solo. We're like, another guitar solo? Okay. And then with like more recently with It's About Time, we produced it with Reed Wolcott of
Right.
We Are the Union, and she really liked that we have a lot of like pop in like sounds and stuff, but she wanted it to be a little more edgy.
Hmm.
So that album to me is like an edgier half past two, and we're always like trying to do different things. The album we're writing right now is an experiment, and I'll just say that. But like, we're always just trying to like, we're like, okay, who is half past two? What does half
Hmm.
past two do? But yeah, we try to do different things.
I got a question for you. How has your writing changed over the last 20 years?
Oh man, in the beginning, I didn't know how to do anything. I couldn't do anything. I was just like, I'm the singer. That's how I felt. I was just like, here I am. I'm the singer and like I'm cute or whatever, and like that was it. And I did try to write lyrics and stuff, but I feel like back then the boys really like considered it their thing, and then I was just coming into it because like I said, like they were all friends in band, and then here comes me, like my little choir person, and so they had a lot of material already written, and if I wrote anything, there's so many things on It's About Time that like I sort of wrote it, but they changed it so much that I was like, I don't even call it mine. But over the years, especially in the last like 6 years, they've really pressured me to do more and to like sort of take command of the writing part. They want things to feel like they are from me. I think the first song that I really wrote, like I wrote like the all the lyrics and like the melodies and everything was Shine.
Mm.
Um, and that felt good because it's still one of like our more popular songs. Um, and then even right now, I'm doing a lot of writing with Reed on this next album, and we're doing it in a way that's so different. And Reed's always like, I'm so proud of you because I'll just come with like, I'm like, here's a recording of me singing it, and here's my lyrics. I'm like, I hope you think it's good. And she's like, I'm so proud of you. Um, but the boy, like, not just the boys, there's other people in my band now. In the beginning, it was a boys club, but now there's
Right.
all kinds of different people in my band.
Hmm.
So now people sort of get together, they'll bring things and they'll say, like, oh, I've been working on this thing, or this riff just popped into my head, and we tried to make it more collaborative. In the beginning, I felt like there was a lot of like sort of segregation with the writing, and people were very precious about it. And now it feels more like a collective thing. The problem was when we did our self-titled, it was we were writing it during COVID and everybody was literally separate. And so when I listened to that album, it sounds so disjointed. It sounds like all over the place because we weren't writing together.
Right.
And so now we're trying to really like get together and like write that
That's
music,
weird
you
because
know?
it does not come off like that to me at all.
Really? Well, okay,
Yeah.
that I would say Secret. It's like it's my least favorite album that we've done just because to me it does sound so disconnected. There's so many things on it. I'm like, what is like it this is weird, but it's because we wanted to make sure that everybody felt heard and we were all writing in different places. We couldn't be in the same place. Even if we went into the studio to record something or like work on an idea, like we were all in separate rooms and we couldn't see each other, you know, um, to make sure that we were like contaminating anybody or whatever, you know, to keep everybody safe. Um, but yeah, so I would say that's how it's evolved, or at least for me, at least for me. And I think like for the guys that have been in the band this whole time, like David and Patrick and Max, they would probably say that they've let go of the reins a little bit more, and
So
let other people
you
do.
write both lyrics and music.
I wouldn't say I write a lot of the music because I don't play anything. But like when it comes to like melodies and stuff, they're trusting me a little bit more to do that. Like they'll show me songs and I'll like, you know, I'll hum along and I'll be like, I think it needs to sound like that. Like just like writing
Yeah.
melodies, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I've always had like kind of struggled with that in my mind because I'm like, I just don't I'm like, is this good? Or like, could it be better? But that's what's good about working with Reed. We've never worked this closely with a producer before. And she's really I feel like she's not just making me confident, but she's teaching me a lot of things. So
Mm.
all these things I'm like really insecure about, she's like, oh, well, you could be doing it this way, or instead of thinking about it like that, you should think about it like this, or just go with it. Trust your instinct because what you're doing is good. Like sometimes you just it's like a therapist, you know. You just need somebody to like listen to you a little bit and be like, "No, it's okay. You're doing great." Because I love everybody in my band, but as the lead singer, I feel like a lot of times people aren't like, "You sound good," or like, "Hey, you're doing really good," like they do with each other because they're talking
Yeah.
about drum fills or guitar sounds or pedals or whatever, you know. I'm just like with my Diet Coke, just like, hey.
Now that was a good segment that you were describing the self-titled album because I wanted to ask you about that and how it was working with Mr. Chuck Wren from Jump Up on that album.
Oh, that was interesting. Because Chuck, it was the whole experience was kind of crazy because we were sort of doing it too with Ska Punk Daily. It was supposed to be like it was they were trying to make a label like Ska Punk Daily and Jump Up were trying to do a label together called Pay Attention Records and we were going to be like their first record and I won't get into it. I won't get into it. But in the end Chuck really stepped up and like made sure that the album got out because there was like a point where we're like, I don't know if this is gonna actually happen. Like, you know, I don't know. Because we had never worked with like a label before. But yeah, Chuck was great because he just really kind of took over and was like, okay, look, this is what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna make sure that you have a record um and yeah, I mean, I can't really say anything bad about the process after Chuck did that. Um, because we were really scared for a second. We're like, oh, okay, I guess this is how it goes.
Yeah, leaving it into someone
Yeah.
else's hands. Yeah, but you left it in good hands because Chuck's an amazing guy.
Yeah, no, and Chuck has like come up with a lot of other things. Just that sometimes he'll just send us a message like before we joined Bad Time, Chuck would just send us messages like, "Hey, do you want to press that?" And we're like, "What? What?" Like we were on Jump Up or anything, you know? He'd be like, "Hey, you want to press that?" We're like,
Mhm.
"Okay, sure." He'd be like, "You want to make cassette tapes?" We're like, "Cassette tapes? Okay." Like he had all the ideas. We weren't used to
Mhm.
doing stuff like that. Like if we were purely DIY, like up until the self-titled. We literally had like we have so many Camp Slush Tone Mastering Karate vinyls because there was no deal. Like we were just an independent band. You didn't get like a break because you were doing, you know, doing like a one-off thing. So we
Mhm.
laugh that we will be selling those records until the very end. We'll never run out of that record.
You have them in your merch store?
Yeah, we do. We have them in the merch store. They're only $10, and it's like it's one EP is on one side, so it's like Camp Slow Tones on one side and Mastering Karate's on the other side. And
Or you could be like John
yeah.
Loy and give them away like he does all his other stuff. He gives a lot of freebies away.
Just
But
throw
he
them in when
also
somebody orders a T-shirt.
but Chuck also
Oh,
did the holiday, right? The four
yeah,
song
that's what I'm saying.
contest.
That was one that Chuck was just like, "Hey, you guys want to press that?" We're like, "The holiday EP?" He's like, "Yeah, I got an idea. We can." He's like, "Just give me some art and I can do, you know, a picture disc." And we are
Mhm.
like, "Okay." Like it was not ever the plan to like to press that, but he was
Yeah.
like, "Let's just do it." And we're like, "Okay, sure, yeah." So he
And
did
whose
that.
artwork was it?
It was I think it's Nukui. Nukui. He does a lot of like punk stuff. He's Japanese.
Mhm.
He's done stuff for like Suicide Machines and Mustard Plug and all this stuff. I think it's like Nukui or Nukuki. I forget how to say his name. I'm sorry if he hears this. Um, but yeah, so he did that art. He did a couple things for us. He did like a Dude Where's My Ska like
The t-shirt?
knockoff thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the t-shirt. And then he did that too. But yeah, no, Chuck also set us up with like he printed our something blue like on 45 blue
Mhm.
45s. He made my vision come true for that. And and then he did another one. Um Maybe I am thinking about, yeah, no, that was something blue. It just had a different cover than like what it was online. But
Mhm.
yeah, have always had like a really good time working with Chuck because sometimes I don't even know I'm working with Chuck. And then
He's already one
you know
step
what I
ahead.
mean? Yeah, he has the idea on his end. He's out in Chicago just like thinking and like coming up with ideas, and then he's just like, "Hey, you want to do this?" I'm
It's
like,
just a formality that you would say yes. That's all it is.
"Yes, yes, yes, yes." And he's so nice. When I remember the first time I met him at Supernova, I was just like, "Oh my gosh, I feel like I've known you for
Mhm.
years," you know?
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Ah.
Now, with Bad Time Records, how did that all come about?
Well, around like 2020, I like started sort of like noticing all the stuff coming out on Bad Time and all the Bad Time bands, and I loved how everybody on the label really was like backing each other up and like championing each other, you know? And I was like, man, I really wish we could be a part of something like that. And then we put out the self-titled, and like I said, it was kind of fiasco, and other people had heard about what we were going through with putting it out. And I think Mike heard about it too. And he was like, I guess somebody told me he felt kind of bad. He was like, well, maybe I should have done it. I'm glad that album didn't come out on Bad Time because, like I said, I'm not as proud of that one. But after the self-titled and like I said, watching all the Bad Time bands sort of like come up and all the stuff they were doing, I was like, what do I got to do to be on that label? What do I got to do? And all of our friends were on that label, you know, and we weren't like officially on Jump Up either. I was like, what is wrong with us? Like I like we're a good band, we're good people, like our music's good. So when we were writing Talk is Killing Me, that was sort of like the goal, you know, like we had this sort of like checklist of things that we were trying to do with that album, and one of them was like be on Bad Time. So when we were writing it with Reed, I kept telling her, I'm like, I want this to sound like an album that would be on Bad Time, because my goal is to get this album on Bad Time. And after we were finished with it, when it was all done, we sent it to Mike and we were like, hey, what do you think about this? You know? And it was funny because me and Max thought like we like crafted it, you know, we crafted a text message and an email to send to Mike Szynski over at Bad Time, and we were like, okay, we're gonna send it, and then we're just gonna maybe it'll take like 2 weeks, you know. So we did it, and we were like high fiving each other. We're like, yeah, good job, good job. And then like 2 hours later, he's like, it's a done deal. Let's do it.
Nice.
Let's put out this record. And we were like, you know, jumping up and down. Our friend Brent took us to Rainforest Cafe to celebrate.
In the Irvine Spectrum?
No, there's only one left in Southern California. It's pretty far away. It's in I forget what mall it's in.
Ontario
like,
Mills.
yes, Ontario Mills.
Are you kidding me?
That's the last one.
We used to take the kids there all the time when they were little.
That's the very last one. And that whole mall is dying, but there is a Rainforest Cafe in there. So.
Oh my gosh, you're kidding. That's so funny. I got a picture of me and my son. It must have been when he had just graduated high school. So he was like 18 or something, standing outside there in front of Rainforest Cafe because I was taking him to dinner afterwards.
Oh,
So,
see, that's the very last one.
Oh my gosh,
California.
how funny. Why Rainforest?
It's kind of like an inside joke. We all just like really love Rainforest Cafe. There's like not the food or anything. We're just like,
I know the food's not that great. It's
no,
okay.
It's not anything to write home about, that's for sure. But it's just like it's
almost like Disneyland restaurant.
Right. There's not that many like themed restaurants anymore. So we always joke like, oh, it would be so cool to have a ska show here. Because you know how like people have like ska shows in Denny's and stuff? We're like, what if you were like, you know, skanking next to the gorilla, or like
they have that huge waterfall there too.
Yeah.
Like you could set up right in front of the waterfall, right?
Yeah, and then like everybody has to get all quiet when like
when the rain when they have the rain.
Yeah, when the storm comes. You know what I'm saying? Like we're like, oh, it'd be so cool to have a ska show here. What do we have to do to get?
Oh, that's so funny. You know, and even just recently, I've been thinking about Rainforest Cafe. I'm like, God, that would be kind of a cool place to go again. I haven't been there in a long time.
Yeah, there's not that many. We joke about having a Rainforest Cafe tour where like all the bands all just tour to different places that have Rainforest Cafes, so that we can like, go to them. You know, and like
there you go, Daryl. Set that one up.
Yes, and when we were in Japan, like over the summer last summer,
yeah,
like we heard there was a Rainforest Cafe there, and everything in Japan is amazing. So we're like, we need to go, but we didn't go. We didn't go. Oh, it's like so now we have to go back to Japan.
You have to go back to Japan next time.
So we can see the Japanese Rainforest Cafes. So.
Oh, how cool.
That's actually one of the questions I had to ask you about the Japanese tour, how it came about, how did it go, and how did you feel about it after you came back?
Oh, man. Well, we've always wanted to go to Japan. I mean, we just became we've been a band for 20 years, but we only became a touring band maybe like 2 years ago or something, almost 3 years ago. And it's always just been like a joke where we're like, we're gonna take the band to Japan, you know. And then finally we were like, you know what? Like the only people that are gonna make it happen is us. Mm-hmm. You know, like we were like waiting for some big opportunity, but it wasn't cheap, you know, but we got offered they have a festival there in the summer called Ska Crash in Tokyo. And we got offered the show, and we were like, okay, like let's go. Let's like book some shows around it. And so we have a friend, Nick. He's he has it's like MFSX. I can never say. It's like MFSX Productions. They do a lot of shows here, like ska shows, like at Program and stuff like that. And Nick is a noise complaint, and Nick speaks fluent Japanese, and he's got a lot of friends over there. So he him and some of the other bands that he knows over there, they sort of put it together, this little tour,
Mhm.
and we went for 2 weeks in the summer. I do not suggest going to Japan in July if you don't have to. I mean, I will go to Japan anytime, rain or shine or snow, whatever, but even Japanese people were like, "You're crazy for coming to Japan in July. Like, y'all are crazy people. Like,
Mhm.
you're wild because
Hot and humid.
it's so humid and hot. It's so miserable." And like a lot of the Japanese people were saying, like, we don't even want to be Japanese in July. Like, it's so crazy hot. And and we're a ska band, and in Japan, like, you take the train everywhere. We didn't get a van because it was just us. If we were like sharing the cost with somebody else, sure, but like we're like, oh, we'll just take the train. And so we're lugging like all of our equipment all over
Drum kit and
Japan up
everything?
in no, a lot of the drum
Are you
kit stuff was like backline, but
I
like
was
yeah,
we
gonna
were
say,
shared it.
like
Yeah.
our bass player was carrying their bass. I
right.
was carrying like all my clothes, like, and I have a lot of clothes. I don't know if you've ever seen my jam. I have like
No, never. Did
No.
not see any of the outfits you wore in that Japan tour at
yes,
all.
I had so many outfits. Oh my gosh.
Didn't you
But
just? I swear, didn't you just do a photo dump? Just recently
yeah,
of
yeah.
a bunch of your pictures from Japan.
Yes, but I haven't even gotten through all of the different days of like my outfits and stuff in Japan, because I love outfits, but like I was in Japan. I like went to Harajuku. I was like,
Right.
I
Yeah.
gotta get dressed up. But and also I have a stylist, my friend Tabby, and Tabby's
Right.
worlds are ska and J fashion. So like we went crazy with our outfits for Japan because we were like, this is like Tabby's moment, you know. But no, so I was wearing like vintage J fashion. I was being stopped and people were like, "Where did you get that? Nobody
Wow.
has that." And I'm like, "Oh, I know like a collector, you know." So, but no, even though it was really hot and all that stuff, the people in Japan are amazing. The ska scene there is incredible. And I just had so many weird and funny, great experiences. Like we went to the biggest tower records in the world. It's like, 9 or 10. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And they had on the vinyl floor, there was a 2:30 vinyl in there. I was like,
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
I know. And we were like, oh, like we couldn't believe it. We were like,
We've
oh
made
my,
it. We've made
yes, we
it.
were
We're
like,
in
holy, we were like,
Japan.
big in Japan. There's one
Big in
vinyl, but
Japan. There
like,
you go.
yeah,
That's because all the rest
but
were
that
sold out.
yeah, it was yeah, okay. It was pretty incredible, like to go to a completely different country and people are already wearing your merch. People are like they may not speak English at all or like very little English, and they are singing your songs and they're so
Well,
happy to see you. And
I
you're
heard
just
in
like,
Japan that they'll buy your merch and then put your shirt on.
yeah,
Like they'll
yes,
buy the T-shirt and put it on right there, so everybody.
yes.
Yes.
I feel like it was weird because I feel like here it's very like gauche to wear like a band's shirt to a show and people are just like, like they hate it. But in Japan, no, they either come wearing your thing or they get there, they buy it and they just slap it on right there.
Cool.
And like
That's
even the bands on stage are wearing their own merch or they're wearing like the
Really?
merch of like other bands that are playing that night. And I'm like,
that's
look at
cool.
this. Yeah, look at this.
Yeah, that's way cool.
Supporting.
Everybody's supporting everybody. So the other thing that was really cool too is like the after party culture in Japan. Like after the show is over, it ain't over. There's always an after party to go to, or everybody's headed to like 7-Eleven or Family Mart or Lawson's, and they're hanging out at the konbini, the convenience store. Like
Are these places that
everybody's
like sit there or you hang it outside?
no, you're just
You
standing,
7-Eleven, you
chilling.
stand outside.
Yeah.
Yes, like, and their 7-Elevens are like heaven on earth. Oh my gosh. And everyone's just like cracking beers outside
If
the
they're like
7-Eleven.
anything like the ones we have here, like I went to two 7-Elevens today looking for pork hash, jalapeno pork hash, and here in Haleiwa they did not have it, and I'm like, they had kimchi and they had shrimp and they had original, but I wanted jalapeno. But I mean, yeah, it's a dude. 7-Elevens here have so much good food.
Yes,
It's
they're amazing
amazing.
in
Yeah.
Japan. It's amazing. And it's funny because like after we came back from Japan, one of the bands that we played with, their name is escaping me right now. They came here to California, and then after one of their shows, they were like, we were like, oh, do you want to head out and get something to eat? Like we were thinking like diner food or like even fast food or
Right.
whatever.
Mhm.
And they're like, no, we're just gonna hit the 7-Eleven. I was like, don't
No.
go, don't go there. Please don't go.
Not good. Not good.
Yes, it's like the toilet of 7-Elevens if you like walk into our 7-Eleven after a Japanese 7-Eleven. It's
Yeah.
like it's like you're going into the back of 7-Eleven or something. It's terrible. But
That's funny.
yeah, no, Japan was great and it was the time of my life and I like we can't wait to go back. We just want to go back so
All right.
bad.
So when you go back, you do know that Hawaii is on the way back to California from Japan.
Yes, because we actually were sort of like not joking, but we were kind of thinking about doing that, like on the way there or on the way back, like stopping in Hawaii and then going. But
A lot of bands do it.
it was already such a big undertaking for us to go to Japan. We're like, let's see if we can do this. But like, yes, we would love to go to Hawaii, you know.
I can
who
I can
doesn't
get
want
you in
to?
contact with somebody, okay?
Okay,
What,
okay.
Jason? Jason?
Yes, Jason.
Yeah,
Yes,
Jason
Jason
Miller.
Miller. Yeah, Sailor Jerry Festival, Jason. Yes. Yeah, we just had Circle Jerks here
Yeah.
last Saturday.
Oh, you had Screeching Weasel this past weekend.
Screeching
Oh,
Weasels
no,
this weekend.
This weekend. That's right.
Screeching Weasels this weekend. Yeah.
I
And
almost
then-
came out for those dance hall crasher shows, but
oh my gosh, Tara, I would have let you stay in our guest room.
I thought about it because one of my friends from Japan, Rumi, she's in the band Old Tones. She's a huge Dance Hall Crashers fan, so she's just been following them around like wherever they play. And she was here twice last year, like in the States and like mainland. And then when they did Hawaii, she was like, "I'm going to Hawaii. Are you gonna go?" I'm like, "Oh, now I guess I gotta think about it." But I didn't. I didn't go.
Oh, it was a great show. It was a good time.
That's awesome. I mean, I know
Yeah.
Dance Hall Crashers loves Hawaii, so
Yeah, it's cool. It was very cool. I got a very cool T-shirt I can't wait to wear on the mainland.
yes, lucky
So,
you.
yeah.
So you guys, you're part of the Bad Time tour, but only for for part of the West Coast, right? Just like Omnigon is for part of it, and I guess
Omnicon is only playing one show on this tour. That's the first night of our leg. But yeah, Bad Time, like they put together the tour, same style as they did a few years ago, 3 years ago, where it's like a core of like 3 Bad Time bands, and then regionally there's like other Bad Time bands on it. So we are on the West Coast leg. And so we on the 16th we start in Berkeley at Gilman, and then we're going down to Santa Ana, then up to LA, down to San Diego, then we go to Mesa, Arizona, and then to Albuquerque. Those are the shows that we're playing, but they are playing like all over the place, starting in March and then in the summer. And yes, there's I think there's 5 regional bands, and then there's like one show has Omnigon on it, and one on the East Coast has Doom Stompers on it. So
wasn't there the New Limits? Didn't they just sign to Bad Time or
I don't think so. No, the
don't-
newest band on Bad Time is Sorry Sweetheart from
Sorry
Colorado.
Oh,
Sweetheart.
that's who I was thinking. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. We're super excited to have them on the label. And I hope I get to play with them. I've been trying to play in Denver. Like Half Past Two wants to play Denver so bad, and like it just never works out. So
Hit up Lenore from
Denver
Five
ska
Iron, see if
scene.
they can do something for you.
oh, we have.
Oh.
And she's
they
hit me
just
up
had-
a couple of times. It just hasn't worked out. Where she's like, "Okay, yeah, let's do a thing," and I'm like, "Yeah, it sounds good." And then all of a sudden, like they're announcing like this other show, and I'm like, "Oh, well,
Yeah,
that's not
exactly.
happening."
Yeah, because they had somebody from here, that went out there. I forgot, what is it, Odd Advantage or somebody? I forgot who it was that went out there and played.
Yeah, we played in Denver one time, and their scene out there is so wonderful and good, and the people are so cool.
Yeah.
Mountain High ska is like what they call it. And
Dendrites are from there, I think.
yeah, I want to go back. I
Right.
really do. So we want to set up something maybe with Sorry Sweetheart or something since they're our new label mates and they're very nice people. But yeah, when does this episode come out?
When do you want it to come out?
Well, I'm just asking because I was gonna say something else and I'm like, I can't say it yet. So, but yeah, no, I think we'll get out to Denver eventually, sooner than later, I think. But yeah, not
Okay.
Hawaii. Sorry, Mikey.
No, 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 no. That's I get you. Someday we'll work it out. I'm not going anywhere.
Mikey will probably be back out here first before that happens, right?
Yes. Yes, that's very
Now,
true.
we all know we're all kind of from this area. Mikey was a old school SoCal guy. But tell us about the
Yes.
ska scene in your area. I know we've got Orange County, you've got LA, all of
Yeah,
that.
and I was
What are
going to
your band?
ask.
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead, Daryl.
No, I was just going to say, what bands are your area? What bands do you like to play with? Who are your favorite bands locally and national or international?
Yeah, and I was going to ask more about locally. Like, have you lived in that part of Orange County? Like, you grew up there, you went to high school, and I just wondered if you've been in that area, since you were, small.
Yeah, I was born in Fountain Valley, which is part of Orange County,
Right.
and then I grew up like in like because my parents lived in two different places. Um, but I lived in Long Beach for a little while, but most like middle school through high school, I went to school in Orange County. And then now I live in Long Beach, but my mom has always lived in Orange County. So, I mean like Long Beach is like it's not LA, it's not Orange County. Yes, Long Beach forever. I love Long Beach. It's the best place in the whole entire world. You can't.
I'm
I will
I'm
never
more of a
leave.
Pedro guy because I'm from Pedro, so I'm more of a Pedro
You
guy.
were on the wrong
Okay.
side of the bridge,
That's what
man.
I was
No,
about to say. I'm like, I gotta cross the bridge to get to San Pedro, but I don't
Right?
have a problem. I don't
well,
have
I
a
look
problem
at
with
it the
San
other way. You
Pedro.
have to
No,
go
I
across the
don't.
bridge to go to Long Beach.
I did a lot of fishing in San Pedro.
Well,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
did used to work at the Tower Records in Long Beach.
Oh,
Mm,
really?
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah.
long
miss
time
Tower
ago.
Records.
Yeah, I moved out
Wait,
of
the one that turned
The,
that was like wow,
the Wow
the
store.
wow.
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh my gosh, that was my store, and there was a Ticketmaster in there. Oh my gosh, I so many ska shows. I would like line up like at at wow to
Uh-huh.
get to the Ticketmaster booth. Oh my
Oh my
gosh, people
gosh.
have no idea.
I
Kids
remember
these days
uh,
have no
I
idea.
remember Aaron Barrett walked in once and he's all, "What the hell are you doing working here?" Because I was running Stiff Dog Records back then.
Yeah.
I'm all, dude, I'm not awesome like your band that you can just go and do your stuff. I got a real
Gotta
job,
pay
man.
the bills.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Got to pay the bills.
See, I
But
Hey,
moved
that
out of
it's
Tower
cool.
Record's a cool place. That's a cool place to work if you have to pay the bills. I've
right.
found so much music there, and
Huh?
like they had the staff picks and like oh, I've missed that. I miss stuff like
I worked in
that.
the back. I was the receiving clerk, so I didn't see
Okay.
any of that stuff. But we had our opening because you know how they have every time a store opens because we open lots of stores. Every time a store opened, we would have a guest musician or two play. And our
Hmm.
opening was Royal Crown Review opened, and our headliner was Neil Diamond.
Oh my God.
So
Wow.
we got to invite one person. And I invited Luis from Steady Beat, which was stupid. I should have invited my mom since she loves him, but I didn't.
Poor
But so it was
mom.
really intimate. I got to see Neil Diamond very up close. It was awesome.
That is really cool. That's super cool.
Yeah, good times with Tower
Um,
Records. Long time ago.
yeah.
I moved out of Long Beach way before that, man. I moved out in like 1980.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
yeah, I mean, you still have the tattoo. We'll take you back
What?
anytime
I
if
love
you're
it
in Long
there.
Beach.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But to answer your question, well, first locally, the scene, I would say, here's the thing. I feel like our scene is a little weak at the moment. Because I remember there being a lot more ska shows. Um, like even 10 years ago. I feel like now it's sort of picking up and I'm starting to see more ska shows and stuff. Um, but I feel like a lot of the ska shows that are happening all of a sudden are house shows because all like the ska scene here is really young again. Like it's really young again. Like
Mhm.
it's they're high schoolers,
Mhm.
which is super cool. Like yes, I love that. However, I feel like I'm missing out on a lot because I don't feel like I can roll up to a house show full of like teenagers and be like, "Hello, fellow students." Like, you know what I
Because
mean?
you've
I don't think
progressed
I fit.
beyond you've progressed, and they're kind of coming in and doing it, but you've been in the scene for a
No,
while.
I just feel like a weirdo. I feel
Oh,
like they're gonna be like, "What is that old lady doing here?" You know what I mean? Like, whose mom is
well,
that? Like,
yeah.
that's what I feel like. But I don't have a
Don't
problem
say
with
things
that.
like that.
But that's what I feel like. That's what I feel like. I'm like, I want to go to this. Like, I'll see flyers for these like really cool shows that these young ska bands are putting on, but I'm like, am I allowed to go? Like, I don't know if I'm allowed to go. Um, but yeah, besides that, LA ska scene is popping. It is like it's on fire, flames, fire, amazing. However, I feel like there is a curtain that like we for some reason we can't cross into LA. Like nobody in LA wants to play with like 2:30, Even if we're friends, I feel like we're not getting invited to play in LA. But the scene up there is amazing. Like the trad ska scene, the heart like the Mexican ska core scene.
Uh-huh.
It's like those shows are insane. They're so cool. I can go to those shows, but nobody's like, yeah, come on up 2:30. Um,
It's its own little
so I
niche
feel like
they have. Like that ska core thing is like it's really niche, and they're all tight, and they all do things together, and they all play at the same places. They all have the same bands, so they don't really
yeah,
allow too many
that's
outsiders.
that's true. That's true, but I don't know. If anybody's listening and wants to make that happen. Like it's funny because like I said, we're friends with a lot of people. And like everyone from Steady like 45 is always like, why haven't we played together? I'm like, I don't know. Why haven't we played together? Let's do something together. Or like I want to play with Jackie Mendez so bad. And me and her, whenever we see each other, we're like fist bump and we're like, yeah, let's do it, girl. Never happens. But as far as Orange County shows, they're starting to come up more and more, and I appreciate all the people that are putting in the work to do those shows because, like years ago, in our band, Cameron Hallenbeck, he was the Pocket Productions. They were putting on a lot of ska shows, and they were all free, and so it was very accessible and we had a really good scene because people would just it was free people would just go and and they were good shows and there were I feel like there's a lot of bands as far as bands go in Orange County specifically. I still am ride or die for like Chase Long Beach and Hooray for Our Side. They're our close friends, stepdaughters, and um, like there's a new band called Chudson,
Mm.
and they're like they're a bunch of like really young guys, and I like what they're doing. At first, I was like, they're so hyper, like what the heck? But then I remembered, I was like, wait, like we have been them. Like we used to have this free show out every month called Java Ska, and it was
Mhm.
in front of a coffee shop in Tustin. And we would like it was in a parking lot. So like all of these like high schoolers, we were like young too. So all these high schoolers would come and they would do like weird, stupid things where they were just like in the middle of the set, they would just all start like dogpiling on top of each other, like in the parking lot. Like it would be a huge mountain of like kids, just like a pile, or they would like crack the whip where they would just like hook arms and just fling each other as hard as they could, like across the park. I'm like, I can't really hate on the wildness
Mhm.
of what they're doing, and they're having such a good time. So I love to see that. And from that, I'm seeing lots of other band like really young bands sort of like pop up and stuff. My drummer is super duper young and she but she's
And super
also
duper good.
oh she's so good. Savannah's
Super.
destined Savannah's destined for stardom, like for sure. But no,
She's got Dave Grohl vibes for sure.
it's because she's not just a good drummer. She has charisma coming like out of her ears. Like it's just like and she's so cool. Like she's the youngest person in our band. She's been in our band since she was 16. I was like,
Wow.
I almost didn't take her because I was like, I don't think I could be in a band with a 16-year-old. I'm sorry. Like I'm a mom and I can't be responsible for this child, like, but she's 20 now, and yeah, one of the things that Savannah does is she produces music, and she was like, guess what? Like, I'm producing this new band and they're in high school and they're a ska band. And I'm like, I get excited about that because we need young people to like keep it
Yes.
going and stuff. So, um, yeah, I know I'm forgetting a lot of like local bands, like you were saying earlier,
Well,
Calypso's Curse, that they're putting on shows
yeah.
and they're making music and they're doing the thing.
Well, it's funny that
Um,
you said like Chudson, they were like kind of hyper and like that, but you see a lot of these bands, they're younger and then they start refining themselves. I saw that with the Ruffalos when they were doing like the Summer
Mm,
Sizzler and all that stuff with Bite Me Bambi many years ago, and they have progressively gotten so much better through the years just from playing and refining
yeah,
their sound.
I agree
you
with
know what?
that.
The Chudsons act, they're very good. It's just like when I'm like their Instagram following is like I wish I had that. Like they have they have
You and me
so many
both.
followers. They have so many followers on Instagram, and it's just because like young people see them and see them having fun and doing all this, this like silly stuff, and they want to be a part of it. They identify with that, and that's
46,000
cool.
followers. That's how
Yes, I
much they have.
know.
That's insane.
And
How
they're a new
many?
band.
46,000 plus.
Oh my,
And they did not pay for those followers. Not a penny. You know what I mean? Like some of these bands,
wow.
they are paying for followers, but those boys did not. They're not doing any of that.
Yeah,
But
super energetic.
they're very energetic. They have a lot going on, and I do think that even if they don't, maybe if Chudson doesn't last, like they're all gonna keep playing music and stuff. So they got a good thing going. But yeah,
Left Alone is kind of by you guys too, right? Wilmington?
Left
Wilmington's
Alone. Oh
Wilmington's
yeah,
right
they're
above Pedro.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah,
Left Alone's been around way long time. And
for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, they've been
they're more
around for a
punk
long.
than ska. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I know I'm like leaving a bunch of like ska bands that I like out, but of course, like outside of Orange County, I feel like Bad Time has a pretty good record of like picking really good bands. So
Mhm.
you really can't go wrong with like Catbite or any of the bands on the tour,
Right.
Killington, Jer, Bad Operation. Um, I know Doom Stompers is new. I don't know if anybody's listened to the Doom Stompers. They only have like 3 or 4 songs out, but Kay's got a really killer voice, and the songs are like, they're like that. They're a style of ska that like I miss because I'm from like a certain area, so a lot of the music around here I feel like it sounds the same, and they're East Coast, and
Yeah, it's like a
um
They're
grungy
so
rock
good.
steady type of thing. It's like,
And they've
yeah.
yeah.
like
And
kind of like an oi ska, like smart. I don't know how to describe it. Those
she
are
been
really
working
Yeah.
with the Shanes out of Denmark.
Yes,
oh yeah, the
yes,
change.
Yes. And I
they
want to
did a
say
song together.
I think they just released another one that I'm going to be playing on the show this week.
Yeah, they
Yeah, so
did that.
they're doing
I
a
may
lot of
be
cool
wrong. I
stuff.
The
may
one
be
on the
wrong.
45.
I got an email. I got an email about it, and I clicked on it, and I'm like, wait a minute. I think I've already been playing the song. But yeah, so they've got a song out right now.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
yeah,
did just like literally just put something out like maybe like a week ago or
yeah. Doom
something.
Stompers
And I
are
think Chuck's releasing their full length too, coming up.
They're full length?
ooh.
They're
Yeah,
on Bad Time, I think.
no, the chains. Sorry.
Oh, the
For
chains.
the
Oh
chains.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, Doomstoppers, that's gonna come out.
Doom Stompers are on Bad Time. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. I
they
mean,
are
I
now.
think like some of I think yeah, I think yes. I had heard some other stuff, so I'm not like I don't want to be like they're on Bad Time and then like something else happens, but no. They are definitely releasing some music on Bad Time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I like Doom Stompers and stuff. And Hans Gruber, their new album's really good.
More punk than
And
They're gonna
ska.
be, aren't they gonna
but
be,
it's really good, okay? But it's good.
aren't they gonna be playing a program
I'm just
next week?
saying.
Yeah, they're playing a program on March 3rd, the 2nd or the 3rd.
Got it.
And
Oh, that's
I
right.
don't know.
Because
There's a
you were saying
Boy
about the
Detective's
interviews.
good.
You were saying about like next Tuesday for the interview, and I thought, wait, I think you're probably gonna go see Hans Gruber that day.
Yeah, because I also want to see Odd Advantage. There's another band, Odd Advantage. I feel like they don't get enough
Brother
love.
Nick.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Brother
they're pretty
Nick.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
so
a
they're
good
playing
guy.
too.
Great band.
Yeah. So
Yes.
yeah, those I
Doom,
think those are like
Doom
my
Stompers
major
are on
picks.
Bad Time Records.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, they've
But
got four. They got 4 singles out right now.
I think that I think they're definitely going to be putting some more music out on Bad Time. So,
Yeah, they
but
put the
I
album
think they're
already.
destined for bigger things, you know, but we'll see. We'll
Yep,
see.
they are. We interviewed them last year for Supernova.
Yes, yeah, you did.
Um,
Great
which was cool,
interview.
and we got to hang out with them a little bit there too, which was cool.
Yeah, I love Kay. She's my homie.
So
So,
Tara, I want
Very
to ask
cool.
you, what's the obsession with Diet Coke?
you know what? It's funny.
Caffeine,
Yeah, I mean, well,
Coke
caffeine,
syrup.
but I've always just liked it. Like even when I was a kid, at family functions and stuff, like I would choose it, you know, because there's always like all these beverages and stuff,
Mhm.
and I would always choose it, and like my aunties and stuff would be like, "You're not supposed to be drinking that. It's bad for you." And I was like, "I just like the taste. Like I've always just liked the taste." And then, um, you know, like I
Nice.
don't drink coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker.
Mm.
But I do need caffeine, and it really is funny because like I like I like Diet Coke, but it sort of became a thing because me and Colin from Mustard Plug, we both love Diet Coke. And then around the time that we played with them at our first Supernova in 2021, I remember, like him and I formed this thing. We called it the DC Destroyers or whatever. And and so we would always talk about it like online, and then it just proliferated, and everybody knew all of a sudden that like him and I both were like big Diet Coke drinkers. And then for me personally, I don't know, it became like another monster where like it was something that people knew about me. So people would show up at our shows, and like security would come back into the green room. They'd be like, there are people standing outside with like 12 packs of Diet Coke or like 2-liter bottles of Diet Coke, and they're trying to get these back to you. Like, is this for you? And I'm like, let them in, like bring in the
Nice.
Diet Cokes, you know. So yeah, it's really taken off.
You
It
should do.
I
I don't know if you two remember the Wayne's World when they were doing all those little sponsorship things.
Yeah.
You should do something
I
similar to
do
that.
remember that. I do exactly.
Yes, oh my gosh, yes.
The Pepsi challenge. Come on, you guys not Pepsi?
I don't like
I can't
Pepsi.
do Coke. That's how I feel about Coke. I was like,
Really? I
yeah.
don't like Pepsi, especially Diet Pepsi. Like, I'll burn the place down if they try
What
and offer me a Diet
anything
Pepsi.
anything diet.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I don't drink. I don't have any of it. I had to give up caffeine, so I don't do any
Okay.
caffeine. But
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
But when it was Pepsi. Like I remember I was in the hospital for a while, and when I got out, I'm like, "Get me a Pepsi! I need a Pepsi now."
Okay, well
Um,
in Japan they don't have Diet Coke. So I had to go 2 weeks without Diet Coke, and
Oh wow!
I was like, oh no. Like the whole time I was looking for it though.
Why?
And
Why
I
did?
was like,
why no Diet Coke
where
in Japan?
I don't think they do aspartame
Oh,
because they have Coke Zero. You can get a Coke Zero in Japan, but like Coke Zero to me tastes disgusting. Like I want a Diet Coke. But the thing about in Japan, there's so many other cool drinks. They have so many cool, funny. They have so many cool, funny little sodas, like every weird flavor. You know, they had one called Butterfly Pea, but like PEA. But I was just like, I'm drinking Butterfly Pea like the whole time.
Is that where
yeah, and like
Ramune?
melon
Ramune comes from
soda.
there, right?
What is?
Ramune?
Yes, yes,
Oh, okay.
yes. The one with the little marble in it.
Yeah, you
Yep.
pop it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, and like they have melon soda like everywhere, like at the fountain, and yeah, so it was fine, but I just remember like when I got home from Japan, getting into the car with my husband, and he was already like, "Here you go," and I was like, "Oh
Yes.
my God, you love
Yay.
me, yes, you love me, you know, you knew." But
Now you briefly
yeah,
touched on Supernova. And you played it 3 times, is it? No?
twice. We
Twice.
played it
Twice.
twice.
Okay.
Yeah, two
How was your
times.
experience with all of that?
Oh, I love Supernova. It is like
He was the
it's
Supernova ambassador. When was that? 2024?
yeah, not last year, but the
Year
year before.
before.
Yeah,
She was
yeah.
like the media social media ambassador for Supernova, and she was going
Yes.
everywhere.
That was the
Yeah,
one
because
year I didn't
April
go
and
recently.
Tim are my homies. Oh, I know. But you know, Mike and Mike were there, so
Yeah.
there's that. Um but yeah, it was so much. I love it. Tim and April, they really put on like it's a very special experience because
Mhm.
we've played lots of different kinds of festivals, and there are a few that just are sort of like set apart from other ones because they there's just like that sort of like human touch. And I feel like Supernova is one of those where you can tell that it's run by like Tim
Mom
and
and
April.
pop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's not,
And
yeah, it seems like a big ska festival run by your next door neighbors.
yeah, it's
And it's
like
just everybody loves ska and everybody loves each other. And if you haven't gone, I mean, before I went the first time, Lindsay from the Skluts uh said it's like a big ska family hug, and I'm like,
yes,
whatever. I've been to enough
don't
shows,
hug
right?
me.
Completely what it is.
Mhm.
Like, it is an experience. It is not just there for the live experience. To experience ska live is one thing, but then like all your friends are there. Like everybody in the ska scene seems to be there.
And
So
Yes,
you're hanging out with the bands you love. They're chilling with
yes,
you. You're smoking bud with
yes.
them. You're drinking Diet
yes.
Coke
Oh
with
my
them.
gosh, yes.
I
I
can
like
fanboy. Please sign this for
Yeah.
me.
the thing about Supernova is like while it's like a big open festival and you can literally sit anywhere, I don't ever sit down because I'm just like going all over the place. I'm seeing people.
Hmm.
You're meeting in like the merch tent. Your friends are like selling their wares, their shirts and
Hmm.
stuff, and then you're running back and forth because like this band is going to be on this stage.
Exactly.
um
I'm trying to talk
but
Pigeon
yeah,
Aaron into going this year.
everybody should go to Supernova at least once, I think.
Hmm.
So, as long as Tim and April are gonna keep doing it, like people should go. I feel the same way about Fest. Like Fest in Florida is like it's a very special thing. Like we're going to Pooza for the first time this year up in Canada, and I heard that Pooza is like the Canadian Fest. So I'm excited to to feel what that's like, but those are like things where you have to like sort of move around and do a lot. Supernova, you're just there. Everybody's there like all
It's
day.
all centralized right there. Everything you need, and you just go to the beach and you could chill out there.
Yes, and the
Yeah.
beach.
And
And the
that's the
beach.
greatest
And
thing. That's a great, but it's
yes, and
a
there's
different
always stuff to
experience
eat.
from, like, I would say fan or actually being in a band or part of like the ska, doing ska something. It's kind of different vibes where you could see you're hanging out and you could see the band, stuff like that, and then it's different from when you're actually interacting with the bands and in the thicket of it and those types of things.
Yeah, everybody's around each other. Like the bands are out there.
They're
It's
out
an
there. They're not just
experience.
hanging out in
Yeah.
the back, right?
No,
Yeah, you
it's
can talk
it's
to
an experience.
anybody
Oh yeah.
for sure.
Oh, it's great. I love it. I love it. Now with the your attire that you wear. So this is like your what is it? Your thing. This is like your what is it called? That you say this is your not mantra. What is it? This is your look. This is your thing. This is what people
It's
know
got
you
Your
for.
fashion.
Is your
it's fashion. It's
fashion.
a
It's
persona. It's
Tara. Yeah.
a
Your
Because you do a
stage
lot of
presence,
videos of
stage
you like
persona.
changing your clothes and the
yeah.
different things, what looks better, and then on stage. I don't think you have you ever worn the same thing twice?
I mean, like so my friend Tabby is a big ska. I met Tabby like through ska music, and we both really love fashion. So a few years ago, I guess it's almost been 3 years that Tabby and I have been doing this, but like about 3 years ago, we were like, let's team up. Like, let's like because so there was a point where I thought that I was like gonna quit. I was like, I can't do this anymore, whatever. And a lot of people talked me into staying, and I was like, well, if I'm going to stay, I want to do everything that like I've always really wanted to do. And one of them was like be more like bold with my fashion choices because that's something that I really like about like other musicians. Like when I was growing up, like as a child, I like idolized David Bowie and I was just like, "Oh my God, like he can do anything and like he doesn't care, you know?" And I while I have always put thought into like what I was wearing on stage, I didn't necessarily feel like I was making all these like bold choices. So Tabby really helps me like everything that I wear on stage, I own. Like Tabby had me take pictures of every single item of clothing I have. And just like on Clueless, like we just like we like papered all them together sort of. So I have worn things over again because it's always a goal. Like when I'm on tour, I always tell I mean, Japan aside, I always tell Tabby, like, I only have a finite amount of space. So, like, we gotta make it so that, like, there are some, like, standard pieces in this tour, like, thing, and we just, like, build around those things.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, we've been having a lot of fun with it, and we're, like, the perfect match, basically, because he gets me and he also has very like over the top sort of fashion things too. And it's just something that like I don't really care if people notice it, but I feel like it's fun. It's a fun thing to bring to the table.
Mhm.
Like um it's fun to go to a show and see someone wearing like something kind of crazy um or like putting a lot of effort into what they're doing. I like it like even if it's not like a crazy like crazy colors or whatever, I miss those like when I see videos of like, you know, even in the 90s when guys used to wear like suits and stuff like to
I was just
shows.
gonna say, that was
Yeah.
part of being a rude boy in the
Mhm.
two-tone scene was getting dressed up to go out, and that's all you're doing. You're just getting dressed up, no matter what it is, whether it's colorful or or whatever,
Yeah.
or if it's
Well,
a suit. So
Well, it's
you're
just funny
just
because like some people do put a lot of like Allie from Stop the Presses. She and I talk about fashion stuff all the time because I'm
Mhm.
always like, "You got the fits, girl. Like you're up there in fits. Like you're thinking about what you're putting on." Like I'm not saying everybody needs to do that. That's not for everybody, and I respect what everybody is doing. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
like if it is you, if you want to go to the ska show, like, you know, wearing what I applaud the fashion and like I want to do more videos where like I just am like, yo, I love your outfit. You know, like at a show and be like, let's look at your outfit because this is like you gotta document those things. That's part of music
Mhm.
too, you know, like
Definitely, definitely.
the fashions and stuff.
Part of
And
ska.
yeah, and for ska specifically, there's like there's so many things that of course we're drawing inspiration from like people that came before us, but it's fun to like play with it and do
Mhm.
different things and you're not really going to like change anything by not making those big fun bold choices um and yeah, I don't know. I think it's fun and
Wait,
funny.
you're the front woman. You're everybody's looking at you. All right. And I mean,
It's true.
you're
It's true,
just
but
you're just being you, and you're just being true to the spirit of ska, basically. You're dressing up and you're putting on a good show for everybody.
oh, true. But like, I think that like Brit from Catbite has very effortless fashion. You know what I mean? She doesn't have to do there's no
Didn't have to
frills
think
really to
about
what
it.
yeah, no, like there's no frills to what Brit is doing, but she always looks very like on point and
Mhm.
stuff.
Mm.
But like for me, like I want to go maximalist. I really I like it because there are so many times in my past where like the doorman thinks that like like if I walk
Whose
in like,
girlfriend are you?
yeah, whose girl are you, the merch girl? But if I am dressed like crazy, like he'll remember me the first time. You know what I mean? He's just like, oh, yep, there
Let's
she
segment
goes.
let's segment into this, because this was one of my main questions I wanted to ask you, is how the scene has changed for you in the last 20 years being the front woman of a ska band.
Um,
Because like Karina Danike's talked about it before. In fact, she talked about that same thing, trying to get in the door, and the doorman's like, "Who are you?" And she's like, "I'm the lead singer of the band. And if you don't let me in, you're gonna be screwed, brother." You know.
yeah, yeah. I
But
just
I
did
just wondered how it's changed for you, because, like I say, you didn't start out like you auditioned for the band, right?
yeah,
And you didn't start writing music until later on,
yeah.
right? But how have you been? How has it been for you? Your experience as a woman in the ska scene changed over the last 20 years.
Um, when we started our band, like it was like to me, I called it like sort of the dark age of ska, like in our area, because it was like very passe to be like a ska band. Because we started in 2006. So like in Orange County, like the ska boom happened in like the late 90s, and then it was so not cool. It was very uncool to be like a ska band, and that's when I developed my thick skin because people were like, ska sucks and blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, we suck. We're dorks. We just like ska. But in the beginning, I mean, has it changed a lot? It's changed, but you know, being a woman in a punk genre, like ska punk is a form of punk. There's a lot of sexism there because there's just not a lot of us. There's not a lot of women, and a lot of people don't believe in you or they don't want to. Like even other women don't want to believe in you because like they want to get theirs too, and I feel like nowadays a lot of women are supporting other women, so that feels good because we're like lifting each other up and it doesn't feel as lonely. There's still a lot of guy jerks, there just is. Um and it's taken a long time to sort of come from like that mentality that like our genre is women fronted. Like that's not a genre. Like, we're just a band with a woman's like a woman singer or whatever. Um so I think that it was kind of a scarier place in the beginning because it wasn't very safe. Like I didn't feel safe all the time. I had a lot of like stalkers and stuff because like I'm a small girl and I'm like at a place where there's a lot of drinking going on. There's like,
Guys can
you
be
know,
jerks.
guys can be jerks. And back then for a long time I felt like our scene was kind of like it was aging. So I was like young, but it was a lot of older men. And at that time I feel like people thought they could say whatever they wanted to say and they were going to be backed up by everybody around them where like people wouldn't speak up. These days I feel like they will speak up and they will throw your ass out um and so that's a good feeling. But uh there's still stuff, like now with the internet. Okay, so when we started there was MySpace, but
Right,
that was
right.
that was pretty much it. But now that I have to put myself out there so
You don't seem that
aggressively.
old. I swear you don't seem that old to me, but
Oh, I
there's no
I
way you could possibly be old enough to like remember MySpace.
oh my gosh, I turned 40 this year. So
Oh my
um
gosh.
Yeah, I mean MySpace was like the heyday was like when I was in high school that was all we did was I could reprogram my I knew HTML so I could make my MySpace look the way I wanted it to. Um but yeah, like nowadays, like now that I have to so aggressively put myself out there on social media, it sucks because those people that were saying stuff back then out loud to your face, now they get to like be keyboard warriors and they're just letting
Anonymously,
loose.
right?
Yes, and
Yeah.
they're bold, they're brave, they're just saying whatever they want. They're telling me like you're ugly. I hate the way this girl's voice sounds. She's fat. Like people will say like kill yourself. Like you're like, whoa, like what the heck is going here? I'm just trying to show off my music, you know? Um, and it's just not about that sometimes online, but um, so like I said, a lot of things have changed that um but I hope that even if I don't feel 100% safe doing what I'm doing, I hope that we're creating this like environment for other people to feel safe. Like I feel like ska is very inclusive and it includes like women and queer people and I'm hoping obviously I have my reasons, but like I'm hoping like people with disabilities get included more in live
Oh, they
music.
are.
Mhm.
They're
No,
there.
I
I met a guy at Supernova a couple years ago, super nice guy, and he was in a wheelchair right in front there, and I was like, make sure I didn't stand in front of him.
no,
And
I'm glad, but like
dude,
one of the things
I took him into the pit. I don't remember. He's like, "Oh my God, dude, thank you so much. I haven't done that in so long." I'm like,
yeah.
"Sure, dude, whatever." I mean,
Well,
no,
I just
ska
mean
is
it in
definitely all inclusive.
oh yeah, in ska sure, but I mean like in music in general, whenever we go on tour or whatever, like I always am like checking on these venues to see like can everybody go to the show? You know what I mean? Like the can everybody get in the door because
Mhm.
everybody does want to go, or like are the bathrooms safe for everybody and just all those sorts of things. So I think a lot, not just me, I think a lot more people are like conscious about that and they're ready to like champion those things. And so I think that's really cool. I feel like a lot more people are like less afraid than I remember them being like when I was doing it in the beginning to like tell people like you can't talk to that person that like you can't talk to her that way like or whatever. Even
Yeah,
my band members, like it's a lot of us like we just like stand on business with promoters, with venues and stuff like that. We're not back then we were all getting like scammed to do like pay to play,
Oh
we're like, we
God.
just want to play. Like and they're like, okay, sell 50 tickets and you can play. Like, um, so yeah, I think those are like the biggest changes, is just that like I feel like the scene is getting younger again, and with that, there's a lot more inclusion because all the all the old like kind of creeps that were especially in Orange County, there was just a lot of like leftover, just like fucking weirdos. Dude, I stopped playing at the dollhouse because I was like, this place just invites weirdos. I don't know what it is. Like, it's just too
Isn't that a
much.
metal
Like,
joint?
but they were having all kinds of shows for a while because I think it
Okay,
was like kind of like they weren't having as many metal shows and stuff.
got it.
There weren't that many bands like playing, but we would play there and I'm like, this place is just like invites creeps. Like people are just like weird saying stuff. Like,
Hmm.
um, but yeah, um, I think it's
oh, that's
better.
sad.
If
Yeah,
anything, it's better. It's
it's
gotten a
gotten
lot
better.
better. It's not perfect. It's not perfect, but it has gotten a lot better. There's a lot of work to do, but I think a lot of us are like ready to do the work. So, um,
I'm excited to think that to hear that you think that there's a younger generation coming up.
Hmm.
oh, for sure. I'm seeing it all over the place. It's so cool. I also don't like it because it makes me feel very old, you know. Like even Savannah, like in my
What about
band.
us?
Oh, but no, but that's what I'm saying. Like all of a sudden, like I am one member away from being the oldest person in the band. If David quit, I would be the oldest person in my band. And I'm like, huh? Like what? That's so crazy to me. But like Savannah, we have an alliance and on tour, like we share rooms, you know, we hang out together, we get dinner together. But there's a huge age gap here, and sometimes I'll make like a movie reference and she's just like has no idea what I'm doing, you know? And then like same thing, she'll say some like young people word that I'm like,
Ah,
I literally never
I
heard that
don't
before.
like that. Like that used to be me, you know, and I'm like, I hate not knowing what these kids are saying. Like,
That's
Doesn't
why I'm
that make you
happy.
feel old though?
I gotta ask my daughter. I'm like, oh yeah, Dad, this is it. I'm like,
That's
oh
I'm
my
why
like,
gosh,
I'm all Googling it. I'm like, yeah.
that's
Over
why I'm
here
happy,
Googling
Tara,
it.
that you actually do the Wayne's World reference because you're kind of from back then too. So a lot of people will be
Yeah.
like, "What? Wayne? What?"
Wayne's
Wait a minute.
World, you
What?
know. I know, or like if young people do know it, they always add on like, oh yeah, that's my grandpa's favorite movie.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like, what?
exactly.
What are you trying to do that? Or like you like make some like reference to like 90s music. They're like, I love classic
Or
rock. I'm like,
they see
classic
it,
rock? Like, what the
or they'll see it and you'll go, oh yeah, you know that started out as a Saturday Night Live sketch. What?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that started out on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, or it's
It's
just like something that's like so like special to you, and they're like,
mhm.
"That's so retro," or like something you're like, "What are you talking about? That's not like the
Retro.
1950s. I'm
Yeah,
talking about like
you have no idea. You guys are
2004."
retro in the year I graduated.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
It's
know.
funny.
so
Well, it's
Some of
just
the
weird. Like, it's weird
some
when
of
people are like nostalgic for like when I was like in high school. You know, like
mhm.
kids these days are like, I wish I had grown up in the early 2000s. I'm like, why? What what's so cool about it? Like I don't understand what was so great about that time
Mhm.
specifically, you know? Like
Like I wish I had seen that band. You're all well. I've seen them a couple times.
yes, see?
Like people are like,
See?
I never got to see Alice in Chains with Lane Staley. I'm all, I have
Yeah.
that
Well,
kind of thing.
that was me with Dance Hall Crashers because while I had seen so many great ska bands, like because I was 12 in 1997. So
Mm.
I did see like a lot of like ska bands were coming through Orange County and stuff like that, but I never saw Dance Hall Crashers and I loved them so much. Like I played Lockjaw like out like my CD. I think I bought it like twice because
Mm.
I played the CD so many times. So when they came back, I was at that first show up in the Bay this last year. Just like front row, me and Tabby were like, ah! Like we thought we'd never see them and
Mm.
um so that was really special, you
Yeah.
know.
yeah,
But yeah, it is funny when kids are just or not kids, just people are just like, "Oh,
I
I
know a lot
never."
of times people don't know like the history of certain things, and they're like talking
yeah.
to somebody, like if they're talking to someone, they're like, well, like I think it was who was it? Like when people talk to Hilliard, like Dave Hilliard, a lot. Oh, sorry, not Dave. Oh God, what's his name? Brian Wallace. So like people are like, oh yeah, oh man, I love Sublime and all that stuff. Like, oh, he played sax on their first album. Like, yeah, so he's done a shitload of stuff. Oh yeah, he played with the Donkey Show. Like, oh, I love the Donkey Show. It's like a lot of times you never knew that who you're talking to had done these things way in the past. And a lot of kids, I think nowadays, don't really know their ska history, which they should, I think, in order to.
That's why
Yeah, but
we're here.
you're
That's
right.
why we're
Like
here,
that's
Daryl.
why we're here. That's why there's a podcast, you know. That's what I just did that Grammy Museum panel or whatever, Ska Her Way.
I
And
know.
Oh my
I go
gosh.
there. I
I
did
feel like
go.
they brought me there just to like take a beating for being like from Orange
I
County
saw
and
it.
stuff.
It looked kind of uncomfortable. I saw that.
It was, but you know, like I was saying earlier, I feel like I have a very thick skin for like the hatred of Orange County 90s
I
ska,
think,
especially from LA people.
and I think Persephone stood up for you too.
I mean, everybody was giving me a hard time, and the audience was like kind of like booing me and like laughing and stuff.
Mhm.
But it was like it didn't feel like it was like a threatening thing. I feel like people were like they've heard this before. Not from me, but like what are we gonna do? Like I kept telling, if you watch like the whole thing, it's on
Mhm.
YouTube. They kept coming back to say stuff to me, like specifically,
Mhm.
like to just like rib me and stuff. And I was like, I didn't create like third wave Orange County ska music. I was literally 11 and 12, like in
You were the
1997.
representative of that music on that
I
day.
was
That's
saying,
why.
yes, I was just saying like it made me who I am today. Like,
Mhm.
but like you were
Well,
saying, like, oh, the kids
that
need
was
to
your
know.
influence. I wasn't going to ask what your influences were because I pretty much already know. It was Orange County third wave ska.
Yeah, it was like Save Ferris and Real Big Fish
Right.
and No Doubt and the Scholars and the Hippos and all those bands. But yeah, it was a very funny night, and a lot of people were like, at the end, even Karina was like, I was just messing with you, right? I'm like, it's fine. Like, I literally got heckled by like my idol, so like, it's fine. It's totally cool. Like, you want to heckle me some more? I'm down. Like, let's do it. I
That's
I
cool.
love Dance Hall Crashers too. They influenced me too. But yeah,
Right? Yeah.
it was just a really silly night because like everybody kept like saying all this stuff to me, and I'm like, look, I am just a product of like that time,
Exactly.
and you can hate on it all you want, but I'm up here. Like
Mhm.
I'm up here. I've been in my band for 20 years, and I know all of your names. I understand the history of ska because I loved it. Like I
Mhm.
love it still. And but like you were saying, Daryl, like young people need to like know the history, but like if they get into it, they will. Us
Yeah.
ska folk will not let you go without knowing the roots of it all.
Mhm.
It's very like, oh yeah, well, where did ska begin? And then where did it go? And then like,
Mhm.
you gotta know your Jamaican ska, you gotta know, two tone,
No
you gotta
gatekeeping in
know.
ska.
There's a lot of gatekeeping in ska. There is a lot of gate. We don't like it, but even you earlier were like, they're more rock than ska. Like, okay.
I mean, they're part of the scene. I get it. No, they're super nice people. Hans Gruber and the Diehards. And I'm like, but like, because I was listening to that album and I'm like, this is way too hard for me. So
But they're like that. Have you ever seen their live show? Like, they're
I
very
have seen their
like,
live show. No, they are amazing. They put on a great show. I cannot do what that dude does.
no,
There's just
yeah.
no
Yeah,
way. Yeah.
Kirby's like, he's doing a lot. But um, yeah.
Like
I
them
don't
and
know where I was going with that.
your
That
buddy
and that.
Benny, your buddy Benny
Oh my,
puts on a
really?
really good show, huh?
I'm looking forward to seeing him. What was that? That was History of LA Ska. Is that what that was on?
Yeah, it was History of LA Ska. They do panels at the Grammy Museum every
Right.
now and then, and they had one called Ska Her Way,
Mhm.
and it was all women in ska from like different eras of ska.
And
And
it's amazing.
I was like the youngest one up there, but I'm not like that young. But it was just funny because they kept saying all the women were just like, oh, and like the next generation, and they're like pointing over at me, and I'm like, like that is not even me. Like I'm not the next generation, but I am a generation, and
What would
um
be? I got a question for you. What would be your guess as to who the would be the next generation?
of like women in ska.
Yes.
I haven't seen a lot of young women like new bands. I know there's like Calamatics, but they don't play that much. Like in my opinion, to be like an influence. Um
Didn't we just see
uh
them, Mikey, a few months back?
Yeah. At the Rude Girl Riot. Raylan Joy.
yeah. They do,
Yeah.
yeah, they play here and there. I saw them play at like punk rock bowling last year.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I was there too.
And stuff like that. Yeah, you were. Oh,
Yeah, I
we
was
were
there.
downstairs at the we played
I was
the
I was hanging out with Mike Beralt and Talina and Jamie and what's the other guy? It was the Kilograms guy from the Boss Tones. I forgot the guy's name. Um, they're all there. There was a bunch of people there.
Gittleman.
Yeah, Joe Gittleman. That's right.
Yeah, I went up there to see
Oh, you played across the street.
That's what I'm saying. We were playing. We were playing downstairs.
That's right. And Hogs and Heifers.
Yes.
Yes.
We were playing downstairs for the
with Buck 09 and oh, and what's her name?
and
That never made the show.
Amy Gaba from Canada.
Mhm.
But yeah, no. So I saw Calinox there. I saw Calinox play their first show at Chain Reaction too.
Oh, that's right. That's
but
what
yeah,
they
I think like to like influence. I think I'm trying to think of like a really active, like I mean, Catbite's doing a thing. You know what I mean? They play a lot, and they if anybody's gonna like make it, it's gonna be,
Oh my
in my
gosh.
opinion, it's gonna be them.
Yeah.
And but yeah, like as far as like younger, I don't know a lot of like younger. I saw there was like a new ska band in our area called Lazy Betty. Was that what it was? Lazy Betty. They just opened for Say Ferris like this month. I didn't like see any videos of them or whatever. But I saw that they were playing, and a lot of people like tagged me because they were like, this reminds me of the first time I saw Half Past Two. And so I'm like curious, I'm curious.
Right.
It's just hard because I feel like all the bands I would call out are like, I would say they're like contemporary to like what we're doing, like Stepdaughters, and like of course like we have Chase around here and stuff like that, but like next generation,
there's a lot on the East Coast that do it, and then there's a few female fronted up north. I think Simple Minded Symphony. I think they
yes, yeah. No, Simple Minded Symphony is not. No,
I'm sorry, no, it's
you're
not.
You're thinking of
Simple Solution. Simple Solution, that's the one. Involuntary Hazing.
Involuntary Hazing. That's who I was like thinking.
But there's a bunch on the East Coast that
Flying
are
Raccoon Suit out of Mississippi.
I think Pink Slip is
See, I still think of them as like our contemporaries too. I don't want, maybe because they're on our label with us. They're that's what I'm saying. Like if I in my mind, I'm trying to think of like young, like really young that are like doing it. But yes, any of those people are great choices. And I think like those are all like, yeah, I guess they would be like next generation. Mm-hmm. Everybody, all those bands are like younger than me, like 5, maybe 10 years younger than me. So sure, yeah.
Yeah, but then again, if you throw Savannah in there and average the age.
Oh my God. Yes, Savannah brings our average down.
Right. So you guys more contemporary band, even though you've been around for 20 years.
Yeah. I love when people think we're new. I'm like, yes, we're new. We're a new band.
What about any other touring besides the Bad Time little stint? Do you guys get planned this year?
Yeah, we're going to Canada twice.
Oh,
okay. 2 different sides of Canada. In May, we're going to Puza, and we're gonna do some stuff around that. And then, oh, I forgot we have something. That's what I'm saying. When are you putting this out? Because I was like, we have something. But like it may be getting announced tonight or tomorrow. I have no clue.
Well, you tell me when you want me to do it, and then I'll.
Are you editing this?
I normally do not. I like everything raw.
I know, right?
Plus, I hate editing.
Yeah. Okay, well then I'll just save it and everybody will see. We have something else in there. And then in June, we're going up to Victoria, Ska and Reggae Fest. Okay. And on the way down from Victoria, we're gonna do a couple shows with Against All Authority. And which is so funny, like 2:30 and Against All Authority. Like, I mean, we've played shows with like Suicide Machines, and like it was really funny. I'm like, I hope you all like us, like to the audience. And same thing with Against All Authority. I'm just like gonna be like, Yee! Like, what's up, everybody? It's their first shows in the Pacific Northwest in like 20 years or something crazy like that. So I think
Oh,
those shows are gonna be good. And then we 2:30 are trying to decide whether we're gonna like come down and do some crazy stuff. That's why I was like, maybe we'll be in Denver. Um, because
wait,
the West Coast
when is that one in Victoria? July?
in June, it's like the end of June.
Oh, okay.
So
Because there's
yeah,
some
we're
ska
thinking about doing
festivals
something.
around that you could maybe hit up on the East Coast. I know.
Oh no, but in June, Victoria's on the other side. Victoria is like Seattle, like right above Seattle.
Oh,
You
is
take
it?
a
Oh, I'm
ferry.
thinking that's Tor
Who
oh, no. What's
who
on the other side? Toronto.
Who's in Montreal? That's May.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, yeah. And then in June, we're gonna be on the other side of Canada. Victoria, you just take a ferry from like Seattle up into Victoria and like
Got it.
boom, you're in Canada. But yeah, no, so we're gonna come down, play Seattle and Portland with Kids Authority, and then we're trying to decide if we want to like bop around, try and like head down, like maybe through Vegas or something, go
Mm-hmm.
to Denver. We haven't really planned all of that part out yet, but as anybody that tours knows, touring on the West Coast is like kind of hellish because when we actually started touring on the East Coast, we were like, "Oh my God, all of these states are so small and they're everything's so close together. You could drive like a couple hours and drive through 3 states." On the West Coast, it's not like that. You're gonna drive
Exactly.
2 days to get through California or
Yep.
something crazy like that. So,
Your,
um,
your booking guy is Dave Romano, right? Is Dave your?
no, we're
Oh no.
with Brent. We're
Oh,
with Brent
Brent.
Friedman. Brent's
That's
got
right.
all of us bad time bands
Yeah,
under
that's
his
right. I was trying to
wing.
remember because there's a couple of those guys had to have a shitload of ska and punk bands in there. Um,
Yes, yes.
yeah,
Romano has a lot of
yeah,
people. It's like Romano, Stormy, Brent. Um, but Brent has a lot of like our like the bad time crew
yeah.
plus a couple here and there.
Because
So
that's why I hit up for the Rude Girl Riot to see if you guys could play, but you guys were going to
we were in
Arizona
Japan.
or no, I think it was Arizona. No, because we saw you the night before.
That's right. That's right. We did go to Arizona.
Yeah,
I forgot about that. Yeah, we did go to Arizona.
that's when we were talking to Adam outside. Actually, we have Adam next week on here.
Oh, cool.
We finally got him down. We missed him last time, and now we finally rescheduled him. So that should be good. Oh, and yeah, I got
Adam and I have like so many like things that we want to tell people that we're doing and we can't. So maybe by then he'll be able to say stuff, but
yeah.
but yeah,
Now,
that's awesome.
couple things to kind of wrap it up because getting a little
Yeah.
late. Now,
Yes.
since we know that Scott doesn't pay the bills, if you care to share, what is your occupation?
I am a I don't really have an occupation. My daughter is disabled and legally with the state, I am her caregiver. So I guess that is kind of an occupation, but
That is an occupation.
I'm just doing like my mom stuff. Like, I take care of her. But she's in school. I have 2 kids. So
A
I'm
boy and a
just
girl,
momming
right?
it. What's that?
You have a boy and a girl, right?
Yes, I have a boy and a girl. But yeah, like because our healthcare system is like a joke, I can't really have a cool big girl job or my daughter will lose her benefits. So, but I am her I'm a caregiver or
Hmm.
whatever. So, but being a mom is a full-time job, so I'm not trying to put out there to anybody that like being a mom is not a job. But as far as
It
paying the
is.
bills, you're right. Scott doesn't pay the bills, but luckily my husband has a a good job that lets me do what I'm doing and I get to
Get food
be a
delivered.
full-time yeah, mom to my kids and stuff like that. So, um yeah,
Your
that's
daughter
what
was recently on stage with you too, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Whenever we play at Garden Amp, the stage is like accessible, like wheelchair accessible. So she gets up there every time because she's like, I can get up there because most stages are not accessible. So she gets really excited to go up there. And she usually like will perform a little bit of a song with me. So um
And
yeah, I did have
you
her.
wrote the song Shine about her, right?
I wrote the song for her.
For
Yes,
her.
I wrote
That's right.
Shine for her. And I also wrote on our new album, I wrote Barrier for Entry for her too.
Mhm.
It's kind of supposed to be like my song about like being anti-ableist and like sort of being a good ally to like the disabled community and stuff like
Mhm.
that. Disabled like people and just making sure we think about them and stick up for them and all that stuff. So, but yeah, she does inspire me in many ways and she likes to perform. So like you said, like when
Runs in
I
the
can't get
family.
her up, yeah, when I can get her up on stage, like she wants to be up there. So,
That's so
yeah.
cool. Must be awesome to see her watching you perform up there.
Oh yeah, and she loves it. It's funny when we play at like really cool venues like at the House of Blues Anaheim, they treat her like a queen. Like she gets her own like box up on the
Oh, really?
top and then I'll usually call out to her from like stage or whatever and she'll be like with her
Yeah.
princess wave like waving to the audience. She feels all special. So that's always fun
That's
to
awesome.
get them to see.
That is.
My son though, he can't stay up past 8 o'clock. He's like, I'm tired. I want to go
That's
to
me
bed.
too. Mikey and I can't either.
He's like an old man. He's 7 years old, going on like 80 years old. He like can't stay up late. He loves to golf. It's very
Oh, that's
strange.
cool. Now, do you have any pet peeves or addictions
Diet Coke.
Diet
besides
Coke.
Diet
Um,
Coke? Oh yeah.
besides
Diet
Diet
Coke.
Coke.
More Diet Coke.
Yeah, Diet Coke is my addiction. Um, I I mean, I'm very invested in my band, so if that's an addiction, I guess, and
Hmm.
then that is
That's a
I
good
think about it all
good one to
day
have.
long, and my life is modeled around it. But things that I don't like mean people. I don't like mean people, and I don't like fake people, and I don't like. I'm trying to think if there's anything like I really like. Savannah hates her dentist, so I'm like trying to think like
Do you
what
hate him too?
what don't I like? No, that's another reason I wanted to make the 230 merch because I wanted to use like her dentist's like font or something, you know what I mean? Because like she
Hmm.
Oh, how
hates her dent.
funny.
Savannah doesn't hate anything, but she hates her dentist like so much. I don't like. Gosh, that's a hard question. I mean, most of the things I don't like are just like people like behaving badly type of thing,
Hmm.
but I don't like when people are wearing like athleisure all the time. Is that a thing? Like, I think it's like what after we went to Japan, I'm like, nobody here is wearing like yoga pants all day. Everybody looks so nice.
Hmm.
And then I came home and I'm like, man,
Oh.
I don't like this thing. But I hate to say it because I'm like, I also think everybody like you do you.
Hmm.
But yeah, besides like little things like that, I don't think I have any like major pet peeves. I really am like I can let a lot of things slide. I have a lot of patience. That's why I run my daughter's Girl Scout troop and everyone's like, "How can you handle 15 girls?" And I'm like, "I don't know. It's
Just
fine. Like,
do
it's fine. No, I'm
it. Who
good.
you are.
It's fine." Yeah.
Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah, I guess.
Now, I know this is the part of the show where when we see people wearing printed clothing like t-shirts, we like to show what you're wearing.
You want to see what I'm wearing?
Let's see
I'm
what
wearing I'm
ah,
wearing a
she's
Girl
wearing the
Scout
Girl
Girl
shirt.
Scouts.
Scouts.
Girl Scout. It's
That's
cookie season
perfect.
right now. I am like a full on. I run my daughter's Girl Scout troop. I've been doing it since they were in kindergarten.
That
So
is so
and
awesome.
they're in fourth grade now. So it's my fifth year being a Girl Scout troop leader. So that's also a big part of my personality is being a Girl Scout troop leader.
I just got
Um,
cookies the other day.
Yay!
Oh.
Thank you for
Yeah.
supporting Girl Scouts.
Is it true that you have to purchase the boxes first and you cannot return anything?
It's like it's true and not true. I mean, like
Who
you don't
returns
purchase
Girl
them.
Scout cookies?
What's that?
Who returns Girl Scout cookies?
No, well, as a troop, we like set a goal and we put an order in for the cookies, and like once the cookies are in your possession, then they are like credited to you. So like you
Oh.
owe this much money, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So like they expect you to sort of sell out those cookies. But if like 2 weeks in, you have a bunch of boxes that are like cases, I mean, if a bunch of your cases are unopened and you don't think you're going to sell those cookies, you can bring them back. But
Oh,
at a
okay.
certain point, like a week before, it's like pretty discouraged to like wait till the very end to try and bring cookies back. So at the end, it's usually troops like trading cookies with each other, like, oh, like I need
Do-si-do.
Samoas.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I need Samoas, but like you have, but I have Do-si-dos and you want those, so like let's
Mhm.
trade, you know what I mean?
Can you trade
Um,
regionally? Because regionally they have different cookies too, right? No?
you
Oh,
can't trade regionally, no. You can't even sell on each other's turf. Like,
what? Can you
because we
sell
used to
on online?
yeah, they like now Girl Scouts, you can buy cookies online and you can have them shipped anywhere. Like I
Oh,
had
okay.
somebody in Hawaii actually buy like a ton of cookies.
Oh. Well, Mikey,
And
there you
no,
are.
No,
it wasn't Mikey. It
no,
wasn't Mikey.
no. I
Um,
was going to, and I'm like, wow, the shipping on this is
I
crazy.
know it can be
And
crazy depending on where it's being
Maya,
shipped.
my little friend Maya that does bumpers for my show, she's a Girl Scout, and so,
Yeah.
but it was yeah, they gave us a link, and we went to the like clicked online and went to it and ordered it and said we would pick up from Maya. So
Yeah.
you can order
You can
online
pick
and
up, yeah, you can pick up locally from somebody from a Girl Scout, or you can have them shipped to you.
yeah.
Um, my daughter's always like the number one seller in her troop because I put it like on like
I
the band stuff and
I
then people
swear,
like buy them.
Mohawk
So
Mike has bought cookies
yes,
from
yes, he
Neely.
has.
Yes.
And he's like used it to make like beer and stuff, you know. So
Yes, he used the Samoas.
yes, yes. And but yeah, at the end we're all sort of like scrambling to get rid of like the less desirable cookies.
Yeah.
Like right now, the only cookies I have in my house are the ones I know I will eat because those are like the ones that like if I am responsible for them and if I don't sell them, I have to buy them, then I'm gonna have Thin Mints and Samoas at my
Yeah.
house. So that's what I
Is that
have.
what you have? I
Yeah.
have. We have a new one in a
Oh,
pink
the
box.
Explore Mores.
Yeah, they're not that good.
They're not that good. I
The
miss the cookie that they replaced. I miss that cookie. They were
Samoa,
yeah, the s'more. I
those were
miss
good.
those.
We've got Samoas. I think we have 3 lemon cookies left,
Okay, the lemon.
and
I
then
like the tagalongs too. I eat
I
all
would
my
just
tagalongs now.
finish my box of tagalongs last night. And then I've got which are the shortbread ones? The
Oh,
do-si-dos?
no,
Trefoil.
you're talking about the trefoils.
Trefoil, yeah. My favorite
Yeah,
are the
that's the
Samp,
ones.
the oatmeal with the
Oh,
peanut
the
butter.
Do-si-dos. Yeah,
Do-si-do.
those are
Yeah, those.
good.
Yeah, that's what they're
Do-si-dos.
called. Yeah,
Mm.
Yeah, I like those too.
better than the Kahlua pig cookies that they have in Hawaii.
What? What's that?
It's not a thing.
Oh, okay. Okay. But yeah,
I
Girl
just
Scout
We
cookie
have
eclectic Hawaiian
ube.
season.
flavors.
Sometimes we get different stuff though, from what I understand, but I guess not. I guess you guys are all getting the same thing.
Yeah, like Orange County has different cookies than LA County, and it's because there's two different bakers. But Girl Scout cookie season goes until March 1st. So people can still buy cookies
It's
like
cookie season.
online or from a Girl Scout if you know them. And that's how our Girl Scouts do everything.
Hmm.
Because they're like $6 a box, but the girls get to keep $1 for each box,
Oh,
and
cool.
that's how they pay for their activities and supplies, and all the Girl Scout troops get their own little bank account, and the girls like they get to sort of control their money and they decide what they do with it.
That's awesome.
Sometimes they do good things with it, and sometimes they make some questionable decisions. But I'm like, it's girl led. They vote on it, so
Can you keep boxes for after Girl Scout season and then double the price?
there are some pretty good knockoffs out there just at the grocery store. So
Yeah.
I think most people just buy the Girl Scout cookies to
Yeah.
support whatever Girl Scout they know, and it's a good fundraiser. My son's a Boy Scout, and their fundraisers are I hate
popcorn
doing
and
it.
stuff?
I hate that
Popcorn.
the prices are so like there's like popcorn for like $20. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's so easy to sell cookies. You're like, okay, here's some cookies. You're like, here's a $20 bag of popcorn. Like,
Yeah,
no.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Mikey, what's your shirt? What do you got?
Bounce House Ska.
Oh,
I just heard about them.
oh, they're great.
Yeah,
They're great.
I like the shirt.
I have my
Yeah.
shirt.
Oh, the Munsters.
Monsters.
That's a good one.
Love the Munsters.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the Munster ska, all the different ska. Have you ever
Yeah,
heard
ska
Munster
covers.
ska?
No.
Yeah, Forest Hill
Oh yeah.
in the UK did a version. Chaos from Germany did a version.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure there's so many versions
Oh,
of
there's
it.
tons. But yeah, really good ones. Okay, so what does the future hold for Half Past Two? We know you said you're thinking about some new material coming out.
Sounds like they're working on a new album.
Yeah.
We're working on a new album, but we've been working on it for so long that like I just am like, will it ever happen? Will it ever come out? But the next album we're working on, like I said, is an experiment. And I'm eager to get it done because I want to write like another actual Half Past Two album. So yes, we have new stuff in the works. Hopefully get it out very soon. And we are touring a bunch this year. And I do have some new music coming out soon. But it's not entirely a Half Past Two thing. So there's that. I think that's pretty much it that we have happening here. So
Nice.
but there's like a lot of like touring and stuff like that. So
the most local shows
Good.
are the ones on the BTR tour in March. You said correct, starting March 10th, I think.
No, they start March 10th. We join up with the Bad Time tour on the 16th in Berkeley. Yeah, so we go through the 23rd, I think it is, or the 21st.
Come down to California, go to Arizona, and then you're done.
Yeah, the weird like little pentagram that like they draw. Yeah, it's like back up and down, up and down. Yeah, so we're doing that. We have some other stuff, but I said,
I know you want to say it.
I do, because like I said, I'm like Brent was telling us, like, it could get announced tonight. So I'm like, okay, well, like I could talk about it if it gets announced tonight. I have no idea if it's getting announced tonight, but yeah. And then I think like at some point this year we're gonna plan a 20-year like anniversary show, something special because 20 years is a pretty big deal.
Yeah. What month is that going to be? Like the 20th year thing?
I don't know. We want it to be, probably in the fall. We need to like seriously sit down and like pick a day, but we just have so much like coming up here. We're like, going on tour this month, and stuff just keeps popping up. That's the problem you want to have, but yeah. So those are the things that I'm looking forward to this year. But yeah, hopefully having a big celebration.
Yeah,
of
that'll be awesome.
Two.
Yeah, can't wait to see that. Now, a couple more questions. Where can we find your music, both physical and digital?
Physical, you can go on halfpast2ska.com and we have like a whole merch store there. with all of our music. And then, but if you want our newest album like on vinyl, you can get it at badtimerecords.com. And we also are on Bandcamp. You can get our physical music and merch, and you can get our digital music there too. And if you're streaming, you can stream us everywhere. I am trying to get people to start listening to music on Qobuz. And but whatever streaming service you have, we're probably on there too. And while some are better than others, we just want people to like listen to our music. So we encourage you to listen to it wherever you want. And you can find our digital music on our website too. Everything is on our website. But yeah, you can also get stuff on Bandcamp if that's what you like to do. But wait till Bandcamp Friday so that the bands get all of their stuff. Not in a greedy way. I mean, we put a lot of blood, sweat, tears, and our own money into making all the fun 2:30 stuff and all the ska you could possibly want. So, yeah, I think that's where you get all the stuff.
Awesome. That's good to know. Now, is there any last words for your fans out there and the viewers of this channel?
Just listen to what you want and don't be afraid to like what you like and support each other. And ska music is really cool. And so are you. You guys and the listeners are cool. That's what I wanted to say.
That's awesome. And what I love about the scene, well, I know our SoCal scene is that I see a lot of bands supporting other bands, coming to the shows, checking things out. It's just great, you know, and I love it. That's what it's all about.
That's what it's about. Truly. We all have to.
The scene here is pretty small, but it's the same thing. Like, you know, I saw members from a lot of the local bands at Dancehall Crashers. And,
you don't have a scene if you're not like supporting each. There's no scene without each other. So, and not just the bands, it's the fans too. You know, like if you're a fan of live music, not just ska music, like just going out to shows and that sort of thing, supporting bands locally and the touring bands. That's how we keep this stuff going, you know? So gotta do it.
Buy the merch.
Awesome.
Buy the merch. Buying merch definitely helps bands because that is how we make the money. Like is off of merch. So
and no percentage taken from these venues.
Oh yeah. I can't remember the last time I played at a venue that like took a percentage
of the merch.
How
dare they?
Yeah, if they
that was the norm.
Like you have to kind of get like crafty and be and kind of lie a little bit here and there.
Exactly.
Sell it out of the back of the van.
We didn't sell anything tonight, and there's people with all your shirts and records. And
I know you just have to have like a backup. Like
they brought them to sign. That's all.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, exactly.
Well, awesome. It's been great. Tara, thank you so much for spending time with us today. We wish the best for you and your band. Hope to see you soon. Can't wait to see the new music and the 20th anniversary. Want to say goodbye to you and Mikey. I know we'll see you. I'll see Mikey next week again. Tara, we'll see you soon.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you for everything.
Thanks, Tara. Good seeing you.
Take care.
All right. Bye.
See you, Daryl.
See ya.
Broken